So you have created an idea. You wrote a poem. You wrote a song. How familiar is this situation when you come up with something like that and you go and show it to your friends and family? Or maybe your coworkers. Now, why do we seek approval from everyone? When we become professional at something, like for example, I'm a carpenter, or I'm an architect, or I'm a driver, I don't ask anyone if I'm driving well, right? I'm not asking anyone if I shop at the grocery store correctly, if I hold the basket in the right position. And that's a manual process that I repeated so many times that I've become savvy in it. I don't seek approval for those things, but we always tend to seek approval for our creative beginnings. Once we come up with something like that, our mind automatically turns on this mode when we seek approval from people that we know. Why do we seek approval from people that we know? They're the easiest to reach. We ask our friends, our family, our coworkers if that website looks good, if that drawing looks good. What do you think about my song? And it's all good until it's not. Until our mind decides that all those opinions are actually valuable opinions that we need to evaluate and that we need to process. What if one of those opinions from someone that you actually respect and who inspires you is a negative opinion? You know, that's not a very good painting. You know, you actually need to work in that tune a little more. You know, that website of yours, it's so pushy, it's so sally that I would probably never buy from you. That's a very frequent scenario. And what our mind tells us, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You can do better. You're not good at it. Here's good news for you. Our mind tells us these things and tells us to go seek approval for one particular reason. It's because we tend to think that we know how the world works. Now, how do we know how the world works? Because we have people in our lives that we communicate with. We have history, we have stories to tell, we have experiences that we've all lived. Well, you have 5,000 people on Facebook, you have 500 followers on Instagram, you have 500 people on your LinkedIn. Now, because we actively communicate with around 100 to 300 people, even the most advanced direct sellers communicate with around that amount of people because it's physically impossible to talk to more than 200-300 people per month. But I'm talking about direct conversations with people that you can influence and who can influence you back. Now, your mind creates a picture when those 300 people represent the entire world because you only know 300 people really. Your mind automatically tells you, yeah, this is the world, this is your target audience, this is who you sell to. These are the people who will decide if your product is good or if it's bad, if your service is good or if it's bad, if your song sucks or if it's actually great. That's wrong. It's not even a group that statistical institutes will use, right? They will use thousands, like 10,000 people, 20,000 people from different regions, different races, different genders, different cultural aspects. All that stuff is taken into account. And even then, the error is probably about 20%. You take your creative, precious something and you give it into the hands of a handful of people that you know personally and let them decide if your creative something is great. Do you see a problem with that? When you are the creator, you don't have to think about other people. You create something special. You created something unique. Yes, there is a way to do that with direct selling as well. You come to a company, let's say Avon, and you buy the product from them in order to distribute it later. But you have to become an expert in that thing. You have to be the user, the active, heavy user of that stuff for a while until you can actually answer any question, until you are the living proof that it works. Or if you're in a weight loss industry and you take that product, you use it yourself, you lose 20 pounds, you say, wow. Once you post that on Facebook, before and after, people will follow you like crazy. They will start finding you automatically. They will start asking questions because they actually know you. That's your result. It's not like you're reposting somebody else's clip art creatives. It's your result. You are the expert in that product now, so they will come to you for an advice. You won't have to pitch them. Number one, if you haven't tried the product or service that you're offering, please don't go to your friends and family first and offer them this thing, because you have no idea what you're offering. You might not work, you might have horrible side effects, it might be a very bad product, it might be low quality product, it might be a bad business opportunity. In real life, when you start a business, you actually don't want family and friends in your business. If something goes wrong with you, with business, with the promises that you've made, it automatically impacts your personal relationships. I actually think that pitching anyone is a very bad idea. It's a very bad tactic. It means that what you're selling is not really self-explanatory, and it's not inspiring, that you actually need to explain to people what you do and how you do it and please buy from me. It's never gonna make you a millionaire. Create success out of nothing for yourself, and then you become the inspiration for others. What I'm gonna say now is gonna be a very controversial thing, and I know it's gonna be out of sync with everything that you've been told before. When you join a direct selling company, when you start a business, when you create something, don't go and talk to your friends and family about it. Don't ask their opinion. Don't go to your coworkers. Don't ask their opinion. Their opinion means nothing. Keep creating, keep pushing, keep making this world better by adding value. You create value for yourself first. Become the living proof of your words. Be that inspiring example, and then you won't have to search for an approval from other people. So next time you get an idea, write a song, write an article, don't go to your friends and family. You need an honest opinion. You need honest feedback. And the only honest feedback you can find is right here. And then match it against this thing. If you've created something that adds value, that solves a problem, that is great, that worked for you, you're golden then. Because this thing and this thing, they both know exactly what you need. I would be really thrilled to hear your stories about your ideas or any other creations that you had on your way, and how you pitched them to your friends and family, what kind of reactions you got, and how those reactions affected your further actions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.